Team, test data management. So let us discuss a couple of points which is related to our test data management. Later we go with the Tosca server TDS. Okay. So in test data management, two categories we have. The first point is here, TDM. We can call a shortcut key as a TDM. Otherwise, name it as test data management. So test data management legacy. So the second one is test data services. Okay. So these two are the part of our test data management only. So this legacy is available for us, Tosca 15 and below versions. Tosca 15 and below versions. So if you go to a Tosca 15 and below version, you can see a Tosca TDM legacy version. And this is built with the legacy classic engine. This one is developed with a classic engine. So anyway, we understand the classic engines is not available latest versions, right? But the TDM is always going to support these classic engines only. Okay. And even this TDM is acting as a database. Okay, I can say like a database. So we'll prepare a data into a TDM level, and after that we call the data via TCD. Okay, this is the approach we do follow for the TDM. And to connect with these TDM activities, we do have some predefined standard modules to do some operations on TDM point of view TDM legacy point of view. So we have some standard modules to work with the activities. And additionally we required few more DLL files. So these are not part of our installations, okay? These are not part of installation. Additionally, we required few more DLL files, and we have to request a support team, like Tricentis support team, to get these files. Okay. So team, nowadays, even if we are connecting to the Tricentis team to get these DLL files, they are not ready to provide these things because they are suggesting us, instead of using a TDM legacy, simply go with a TDS server. Okay. So this is a legacy related stuff, team. Let me show you those standard modules to you all. So currently I'm using 15 version. I can show you these standard modules because my version is older, right? In my workspace, I can see. But these things are not available in Tosca 16 and latest versions too. So just give me one more minute.
Yeah, hi Anusha. Can you please share yesterday's recording, Anusha? It's not there actually.
Let me check. Maybe I missed it. I'm not sure. I think I uploaded. So if not, I'll do that. Okay.
Okay, Anusha, thank you.
Okay. So if you go to a Tosca project team, no need to do a separate installation of this test data management related classic one. So that is a part of project creation only. So whenever you are adding a standard module subset, it will add automatically as part of Okay, let me go back to the module section. So here you can see a standard module subsetting. In this standard module subset, you can see uh, test data management. Are you able to see a test data management folder? Under this, you can able to find two things. One is test data management legacy and test data management, test data services. Okay. This legacy seems like a classic engine, and even you can see the module icon representation. So since this is a classic engine, right? Okay. So see here, team TDM create object and find a single object, set attributes, state, add association, something is there. These all are the standard modules. And let me show you the TDM editor as well. I think that is available in my system. See here, this is a TDM editor, test data management legacy editor, because since we always maintain our test data in this editor level only. See here, this is the editor. So here you can see a repository, set, date, edit, and object, and import and exporting of data. Everything is possible. So instead of directly navigating to here, we just use a TCD platform to connect to the TDM object editor. So I cannot show you completely, but I'll show you a couple of things here. Okay. Mm. This is our login test sheet, right? I'll try to map this test sheet to the TDM object editor. So right click on this test sheet team and I'm not able to see the option. So once you do a right click operation here, you can see one option is create a schema for TDM test data management. So what are the data we created as part of TCD? If you want to keep this data in TDM level, do a right click operation and see here create TDM schema for TDM. Once you choose this option team, by default, it will take the connection string. So click on OK. So current schema is your login. So your login is our sheet name, right? By default, it's created schema name as your login. Okay. So once you go back to the object editor, like TDM editor. So here you can check like show checkout details, latest TDM data. So go back to a test case. Let me open TDM editor. Show TDM object editor. So see here the background level itself TDM object editor is loaded successfully. And you can see the types, your login schema is created here. So within this level, we do have, it will add a number of columns here and will prepare some data here. Let me do a refresh. Otherwise, I'll do one thing. Let me do a checkout. So I just want to show you how these TDM legacies we worked earlier. Okay, it's not like that you'll get a chance because it is a older version. Anyway, you are not getting a chance to work with these kind of stuff. But this will give you a more knowledge kind of thing. That's it, not much. So I just created only attribute level instances. Later on, I'm just mapping to a schema. So my login schema is login. Go to object editor and pick here. Just do a refresh. Refresh schema. So login is added here. Once you do a login, here you are able to see the number of attribute related stuff. So even Tosca 15 point version also not supporting up fully. So that is the reason we are not able to see. But what are the attributes we created like URL, something first name, last name. We are able to see the entire schema structure here, like table structure. So within the table level, we'll enter the data and we'll update the things and if required, we'll map into a test sheet level. Clear? So this is what we do work with the TDM legacy part. So no need to bother about this TDM. Anyway, will not get chance. So this is a kind of information which I'm sharing with you. Okay. So nowadays, the most trending part which is running in the market, that is a test data services. Right? This is very, very important. And most of the projects, they are implementing this test data services part. Okay. So this test data services is a kind of Tosca cloud. We can say like a Tosca cloud or a Tosca server as well. So within the server level, we'll maintain the test data. Okay. And even this is also acting as a database. So we can create the data. So it seems like we can create the data and we'll update the data. If we don't want it, we can delete the data. So all the kind of all CRUD operations is possible within this TDS service server level. Okay. And the next part is here. It is very easy to maintain. So we are not maintaining this data in Tosca Commander. So we are not maintaining this data in Tosca Commander. TDS is a kind of Tosca server URL. So we'll access this TDS server via URL. So there itself, you can see one tile with the test data management. Once you open that, there you can see a Tosca TDS server related stuff. There we prepare the data. And once you prepare a data into a TDS server level, we'll map the data to a Tosca commander. So to do the mapping, to provide a connection between TDS to Tosca commander, we require two test configuration parameters. So how do you provide a connection between a TDS to Tosca commander 10? So you may get this interview question. It's a very simple. So we require two test configuration parameter, two TCPs will define TCP to provide a connection. Okay. So one is test data repository and another one is a repository category. Let me show you that. I'll go to any of these test cases. We can create manually, otherwise we can export this one from the configuration part. So I'm just creating TCPs manually. The name of the parameter is test data endpoint. This is the one parameter which we can use to provide a connection. So there itself we'll pass some URL kind of thing here. So next test data repository. One more parameter is here, test data repository. So which repository you are using as part of this project, you can keep that repository name here. So these two are the parameter we always use to provide a connection between Tosca commander to test data server or test data services. Okay. So this is a kind of connection creativity. Once we provide a connection, so we have to set up retrieve a data, right? So to retrieve data to execute your test cases, retrieve data from TDS. So we always use one syntax like open flower bracket TD of type dot item. So in TDS point of view, you can see a different terminology. You can hear a different terminology and even we use this terminology. So type dot item. So understanding purpose, I'm just naming here. Type is nothing but it is a kind of table. So item is nothing but we can use here name of the column. So column name or cell value. This is only understanding purpose. Don't use this stuff anywhere. Okay. So type dot item team. So type dot item is nothing but we call the tables as a type, and the items is nothing but we use both the things, columns and cell values. So we passed here. Okay. So we always require this particular syntax to retrieve our data from the TDS server. So compared to test case design, if you compare this test data services with test case design, so this is very easiest thing which we can learn here. And to work with these test data services, we do have a predefined standard modules. So predefined standard modules is availability. So no need to connect with a support team to get some additional stuff here, because by default it is these all are available. Okay. So let me show you this TDS related standard modules. Go back to here. Test data services. Here you can see these all are the test data services standard modules. So one is creating of data, and we can find the data, we can update the data, we can move the data to one table to another table, delete the data, and import data. If you have data in your Excel file, if you want to import to your test data services, yes, that is possible. Importing and exporting both the things is possible. Update the name of the table, and we can perform some expert model, like what are the activities we done so far for these models. We'll achieve all these things into a single module. So these all are the predefined standard modules, and we always use to go with these kind of standard modules to connect to the test data server and to retrieve a data. Okay. I'm just giving a theoretical information because the Tosca server is not available in my system. I have to do a setup. So let me show you that setup, all this stuff to you. So this URL is not available for more than 1 week. So this is a free URL which we are getting from Tricentennial company for practice or learning purpose only. So once you set up this Tosca server, just do a practice. Don't keep it aside. Okay. So better to utilize the time, what are the time they are providing us to you go with the Tosca server stuff. Okay. To do the installation, I do have installation document. I'll show you how to do that. I'll show. Yeah. So see here, Tim, I'll give you this document I'll add this document in your system, like in your drive folder level. Go to a drive and download this one, and follow the steps. Okay. So what are the way you received Tosca 16 commander executable file? The similar way we send you a Tosca server file as well. So open your file and do a downloading of Tosca server. So run as administrator of this Tosca server 16.50. This is a kind of setup which we are doing locally, but finally we get a URL here. Okay, no need to bother about a URL stuff. So it will take 5 minutes to set up the things team. Let me show you here. The prerequisites, by default here it is added. No need to worry. These all are the Tosca server related stuff. These all are the packages it's going to include as part of Tosca installation, server installation. So this is the default directory location team. And so here you can see Tosca server setup 16.0. We have two kind of server settings. One is HTTP, another one is HTTPS. If you are going with a HTTPS, we required a certificate related, like some certificate is required to provide SSL certificate kind of information here. So better to use HTTP port number as 80. Okay. So once you use HTTP port number as 80, so directly you can do an installation to see. These all the packages are included. It will do an installation package by package, package by package. It may take some time based on your network speed. So once all the packages are installed, like this, a green color tick mark. once all these things are installed, you can see here 2 options is added. Open Tricentis Tosca server in your browser and Tosca server settings page in your browser. Once you click on finish, directly it will open that setup in your browser. Are you able to see the Tosca server? It is opened via URL. Okay. So team, this is a Tosca server URL. Here you can see 2 tiles is added. One tile, this is the test data management we use. So what are the concept we are discussing, like test data services? We use this tile to do that. So this is a distributed execution setup related tab. So we'll discuss these 2 things as part of this sessions. So do an installation of this Tosca server. I'll add this document in your Drive folder, and along with that, I'll ask the management people to share the server installer file as well. So that will help you more to do a setup today. If we do setup today, and even I'll ask to do the setup today, so probably we'll discuss the practical sessions on tomorrow onwards. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Team clear? Everyone?
Yes,
Yes,
Anisha.
Yes.
So I'm just taking today very little bit less time to explain these all the stuff. And one more
Anisha,
concept is pending here, team, like Excel data. Yes, someone is asking something.
Anisha, how many days you can access that URL, Anisha? Only some short period only, or
Only short period only, Suresh. Not much days.
oh, okay.
Only short period. I think, Suresh, just try to log in with your name, Suresh. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, I logged in with some other device. This
Yeah,
my
I
laptop
understand.
got issue.
So see here, team, this URL is available very short period only. Just once that URL is activated for you, try to do a more practice. Try to spend much time here to learn the things TDS point of view and the distributed execution point of view. Okay. So these 2 things is completely a real time team. Okay, na?
Yes, Anisha.
Hmm. Any other questions, Steve? No, right? Okay. Since we're good to go today, so we'll wind up today bit early, team. So we'll connect tomorrow and we'll go with some practical sessions on this test data services. Okay.
Okay, Anisha.
Thanks to you all. Thanks for your time. Bye bye.
Thanks, Anisha.
Thank you, Anisha. Thank you.
Thank you, team. Bye.